Me from Patriotic Twins,
UK.
And one thing I love about Jamie is that he loves Tommy Robinson.
Jamie,
and I love to engage with him because the more he talks, the more he vomits bile. So let's let him talk so that he can vomit as much.
I've got a lot of bile for you today, mate. I've got a lot of bile for you.
Right. So let's continue our conversation. I understood.
No, I ain't started yet. I'm going to put my flag up.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay. Go. Right. I asked him the question.
I'll go on about the Palestinians, right? I'm not a lefty. I'm from the right. Right, and there's not many people from the right that are doing this, and this is why it's important for me to do this.
Ex-BNP, ex-British National Party,
BNP,
and all British people are white. That's official, right? So, and he looks white. He's got the rosy cheeks. He looks proper British, proper English. He's got the red rosy cheeks. Just like it.
I see one.
Hey, cover your bum! He don't know the pure English. Show me his bum. Cover his bum.
Let people see how enslaved you still are.
That's right. That's right. But I'm on the run. I'm an escapee. I'm an escapee, see?
And listen, now we're going to get some amazing discussion. One thing that at Speakers
but it's also brown. Why you say whiteness? It's also brownness.
Speech is encouraged. I do not agree with what Jamie has to say, but he has the right to say it whilst at Speaker's Call. And most of these people who vomit their bile at Speaker's Call, especially Uncle Omar, a lot of the things they say, they would not say it to my face outside of Speaker's Corner because rumpus will break out. But at Speaker's Corner,
rumpus.
It's welcomed.
Right.
So I see three. How are you, sir?
Oh, I mean, in good spirits. I just came.
About you.
I just came from the African Reparations Conference yesterday in Houston.
How many people attended? One, you?
What? No, quite a few people, but it's gone down in numbers because apparently they've upset the Reparation March people. So they're saying that the African Reparations Conference has been taken over by. Well, that's another situation. By the anti-African
you Jamaican
mindset.
Which country are you from, brother?
I was born here in England, but I'm not English because all English people are white, and that's official.
You answer me. You Jamaican.
All English people are white.
You have one.
And you are an IC4.
You are watching. I do warn you. Do not be offended.
Do not be offended. I warn you.
Had some interesting debates down here.
Russia? Is that the Russian flag you got there?
This man believes that.
Are you going to upset? You're going to upset the Ukrainians, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're going to upset the Ukrainians.
What do I care about the Ukrainians?
A state visit.
No, he's in African. I want to know which country he's from. He's English.
Whoa.
He's African. He's in Ganja. What is it?
Focus on soccer.
He's waving the Russian flag.
And he's waving a
Russian flag when there's war going on between Ukraine and Russia, and he's waving the Russian flag. Hey, this is a bit.
He's a terrorist.
Whoa, what's going on here? I was a bit much.
And he should be labelled a terrorist, just like that organisation which has been outlawed, and they're going to be appealing
painted on a load of planes. 19th of October. 2025, down here with Street Live Mike, who talks a lot of tripe, right?
Big up the tripe.
Big up the tripe, all right, mate. That's all you know, because he supports Tommy Robinson, and he was outside the prison in Milton Keynes when Tommy got released. And I've seen people that have been banged up in solitary confinement, and they can't talk like Tommy talked. He looked like he'd just come out of the betting shop about 15 minutes ago.
All right.
But Tommy's a Christian. Tommy's a Christian.
Now
I've got my flag here, right? But I'm just
answer the question.
People like you, all you do is chuck out insinuations without the ability for someone else to rebut it.
All right.
Let's rebut. Did you visit Wood Hill Prison?
No.
I did.
Yeah. He
Oh.
was outside.
And I
been
went,
inside the
no,
prison.
I visited
locked
Wood
up.
Hill
You-
prison.
yeah, you
I
inside
think
the
it was
prison.
around the 7th of January
You got
of
too
last
much
year.
ganja.
But when he arrived there,
Listen to
sorry.
me, when he was in prison, I got a visiting order and we had to sign a non-disclosure order.
I bet you did.
Which says we could not discuss
I bet you did.
anything that was in this. So I visited the prison.
And he was there.
I sat down with Tommy
Yeah.
for 2 hours.
Right, now
And
can I
But you
rebut
said
that?
Tommy Robinson was in prison.
Don't accept you there.
So
I
straight
can't believe
away,
it.
He
Right,
told me
can I
Tommy
rebut
Robinson
that?
wasn't in prison.
Who's that guy out of EastEnders
That's what he told me.
that interviewed Tommy Robinson in Belmarsh?
You told me
Just
Tommy
be quiet a
Robinson.
minute.
But wait a minute, are you
I'm going to
waffling?
get there. Do you want me to talk
Okay,
about it?
go on then, go on.
Oh, Ross Kemp. Now, Ross Kemp visited Tommy Robinson in Belmarsh, right, years ago.
Oh,
now,
years
what
ago.
they do when they get high-profile people like, he's not really that high-profile, Street Life Mike, no, they bring him in for the day. They bring him in early hours in the morning and take him out again early hours in the morning. Because we're talking about millions of pounds involved here, and we're talking about a sophisticated psychological operation that is in play in the UK to create a civil war. Right?
Whoa.
No,
So,
oh,
let
right,
me
right.
answer that. So your argument is, Tommy Robinson was not in Wood Hill prison. Is that what you're saying?
Well, now and again they bring him in for people like you, yeah, and then he goes, he's just in there for a few hours.
He wants to be English.
That is what you
can't
believe.
be English.
And I
But he
love
wants
what
a
I do.
Rasta accent.
Because the statement you have just made has clearly demonstrated
You want to be
that
first.
you are smoking crack.
Oh.
And
I don't take drugs.
And
Tommy Robinson is a cocaine addict, and he has the audacity to say I'm smoking crack.
Let me
Not
finish.
everybody
The
like you take
statement you
smoking.
have
You not
just
take
made
smoking.
gives the impression, it demonstrates to me that you're smoking crack. So I'm going to let you say whatever you like.
Thank you.
Uninterrupted, because
Thank you.
the more you talk, the more you vomit.
Come
Thank
out,
you.
come out.
Right, so
honestly,
be quiet. Right, so look, when he was in Belmarsh, right, it's the most secure prison in the country. I mean, they put him in Rule 43. Does anyone know what Rule 43 is?
We wouldn't know. You would.
Rule
You would.
43.
You would know.
Rule 43 is the isolation ward for the sex offenders.
How did you get to know that?
Well, it doesn't matter how I got to know it, right? I know it. Rule 43 is a rule for sex. Can you be quiet?
Be quiet, please.
It's a rule for sex offenders, right? And in Belmarsh, when you're on Rule 43, nobody's going to see you because they don't want you to interact with no one, right? But Tommy was moving out of Belmarsh, wasn't he? What's the name of that Nick he went to? What's the name of that Nick he went to?
If you are so
I'm asking you a
clever,
question. What's the name of
if
that? All right, you
are
don't want to
so
answer it,
clever,
right?
I am permitting you
politics,
to
gaslighting,
vomit
innit?
in front
Yeah.
of
Well, what's the name of that Nick he went to?
You should know.
Does anyone know it?
But you should know,
Right,
shouldn't
he
you?
went to Milton Keynes, right? He went to not such a secure prison as Belmarsh, because Belmarsh is the most secure prison in the country. They made a fake court case, right? Because Tommy said he doesn't want to be on Rule 43, the sex offenders list, and the government was saying, no, we can't trust you because the Muslims are going to stab you to death. We can't trust you being in an open environment in the prison, so we've got to lock you away. And he said, well, I'm not a sex offender, and I agree with that. He's not a nonce, right? So in that case, he shouldn't be on Rule 43. But they was insistent. So this is what the court case was about, insistent that he goes in isolation. So this is what confirmed to me that Tommy wasn't there. Because in this nick, right, under Rule 43, right, he would have been seen by the other people on Rule 43, and then they could have confirmed, where's Tommy? He's supposed to be in here, but no one ever sees him. So what they've done, they cleared an entire wing for him. Now, when we, in this country, all our prisons are overloaded, where on earth are you going to put people when you clear an entire wing? I heard this because I listened to Classic FM and I got in my car because I don't listen to mainstream news.
I listen to Classic
Right,
FM.
and they won't play Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture while I'm flying a Russian flag. Right, I wonder why. Right, so I'm always open though, that's why I put it on. So anyway, you get global news on Classic FM, just like you do on LBC. And they said, Tommy Robinson's moving to, he won't tell me the name of the prison, right, in Milton Keynes. And we're going to clear the wing for him to give Tommy more room. And I went, oh my God, they're even telling us in plain view. They've cleared the entire wing, right? And where they put all these people? It could be 100 of them there, who knows, right? We ain't got places. Tommy got more, he was told he got more space outside the cell because he's the only one in the wing. He gets to exercise 3 or 4 times a day. But it's all in isolation where no one sees him.
And this is all
he gets more visitors.
Classic FM.
I.e. why Street Live Mike got a right to go down there. But when it comes to people like Ross Kemp, not so much Street Live Mike, because he's only small fry, right? They're going to bring him back for the day because it's all publicity. Tommy's getting millions and millions of pounds from the poor people that are being deluded by Zionism again. Because what we live in a world under Zionism, there is no reality. George Orwell warned us about it. Everything is an illusion, and it's 2 + 2 = 5.
Can I come in there? 2 + 2 is equals to whatever you've been told it equals.
Equals 4, actually.
2 + 2.
He's not done
Yeah. You can believe whatever you
That's
believe.
right, and that's all I'm saying. I can't prove it.
Yeah. Let me done.
All right, blood clot.
I am permitting you
Hey,
to
that's
vomit,
a rhyme
to
sound to
say
English,
whatever
man.
you
Don't
like,
say this. He's permitting
unchallenged.
you.
Because the more you talk, the more dumb you appear
Thank
to
you.
be.
I'll carry on
So
then, yeah.
please continue.
Right, and I am always continue to let Street Live Mike vomit.
Street
Street Live Mike.
No, street Mike.
Street Mike, right?
Get it right.
Get it right,
Yeah.
because I'm advertising his thing on my channel.
No,
Street
no,
Mike,
no, advertise it
Street
correctly.
Mike, Street
Let's
Mike.
use the correct
I'm
language.
giving Mike's.
Mike. I'll give Mike
his
streets.
vomit, right? Which is absolutely pro-Zionist propaganda, right? Because he's part of the game. He's part of it, pushing the propaganda that Tommy Robinson pushes out. The disgusting genocide that's going on in Palestine. This guy pushes it all. He's scum. You know what I mean? Absolute scum. Just like MI5 Steve that floats around here, right? But let's get on to the real stuff, right? Let's get on to. He's probably working for.
Why the Russian? Why the Russian flag?
I'll get to that. Right? I've been fighting this for ages.
Ah, yeah, it's new for me.
You're all MI5. We've got loads of you down here.
You're an agent?
Yeah. Right. So anyway, right. All I can say is my truth on the matter.
Yeah.
Ross Kemp went there and they get him in. When you went and interviewed him outside the prison, they brought him in early hours in the morning, as far as I'm concerned. They just brought him in early hours in the morning.
That is what you believe.
But what
He's got a
evidence?
stupid
You're gonna need some
ginger beard.
evidence.
If that
You're gonna
is
need some
what
evidence.
you believe,
Thank you.
then they brought him in.
Right, can we move
Let's
on?
move on.
Can we move on? Right, I'll hand out the live news. Anyone want my live, like the light newspaper? I've got a brilliant one this month. Does anyone want any? I'll hand them out to people if anyone wants any of them, because I've got something really important to say. If you've got kids in schools, right? Operation Pegasus, right? They lock the schools down, right? They're like prisons. And our country under Operation Pegasus, right, is basically going to lock the kids in the school because they're going to release bird flu. I don't believe viruses exist, right? But nevertheless, it's going to. Can you see me on that screen? It will be released, right? And then they're going to lock them down. And the WHO has got permission. The WHO has got permission, right?
Bird flu and all the children.
Yeah, and then what they would do, they would look the children down,
just let you
quarantine them, right? They turn the fight.
You know that on Twitter, 13,000 people are currently watching you.
Good.
And also on YouTube, we've got nearly 1,000 people watching. So I am allowing you uninterrupted.
Right.
Because
So-
they're all laughing. So
Right, I'm
continue.
pleased they're laughing, right? Because they're all brainwashed, most of them, because
Pegasus.
YouTube censors real free speech. And I'm pleased it's
But
not
you are not being censored. You are
Right, so
being
anyway, right, so what they're going to do,
vomit more
I'm just
bile.
telling you about page one,
But
right?
who's the they? Who's the they? They're going to do this. They're going to do
The
that.
designers own
Zionists!
all the pharmaceutical companies, don't they? It's the corporations, and they're all owned by mainly Zionists. So let's get down to the truth of it all, right? So they're going to...
The Zionists.
No, I did not say Jewish people, because I'll show you this. I'm going to show you. Here we got Clever Clogs here, right? Let's show him a page, right, where we've got Orthodox Jews, right? Orthodox
Someone on
Jews
YouTube-
speaking out. Hold on. Yeah, because we haven't got a monopolies commission in this country to control big business.
John 3:16
So our capitalism has been
said,
corrupted,
Hippo
right?
has lost his soul. Hippo has said,
Right,
this
where is the
cloud
bit
will
about,
hit you in the hospital?
Look. So anyway, look, I'll show you it in the page. You can take it. Go and find it yourself.
I've seen this newspaper. It's
No,
conspiracy
find
theory.
it. Oh,
Conspiracy.
theories, right?
It's well known.
Will someone open up the page where you've got the Orthodox Jews saying no to Zionism, right? no to Zionism, and then they prove that this is not Jewish people, this is Zionists. And what are Zionists? They are secular, they're satanic, and they're anti-religion. So Jewish people, right, that speak Hebrew, they love the Bible. They love their books, yeah?
Gary Warren has
They
said
don't, we're Zionists,
Beat shoot,
satanic
yeah.
and secular.
Okay, what's the solution?
him.
What's the solution?
They're not.
What's the
Oh,
solution
he's
now?
Zionist.
Let-
He's
yeah.
100%
Christians,
Zionist.
yeah. What's the solution? What
Right,
should the
listen,
British people do now?
look.
Let's talk solution. Let's talk solution.
No,
now.
I'm
You got the
talking
problem.
about the virus and the kids.
Yeah, but you talk about problems.
When they lock, because I get distracted. When they lock the children down, right? They're going to bring quarantine in. They're going to turn the 5G towers up, which will cause flu-like symptoms with some of the kids, especially those that have been vaccinated, right? And they will say this is a quarantine. The WHO's coming in, and we're going to force vaccinate your children,
Right.
which is a kill shot.
Okay,
End of it.
I got the point. Yeah, but
Yeah,
I want to
wanna-
hear the solution now. What's the way forward?
I'm not a traitor.
You
I've got my
you understand the
Jack
problem.
on, yeah.
You have an understanding of the problem.
Yeah,
What is the
there it
solution?
is.
has said
There it is,
this
right?
old guy is
There
so
is Jewish people
insecure
against pro-Palestinian badges, Orthodox Jews in Israel with pro-Palestinian badges, right? So this debunks this idiot's story that I'm against Jewish people, right? Jewish people with pro-Palestinian badges saying they are anti-Zionist, which is secular and satanic. Yeah, they're called Orthodox Jews. They speak Hebrew, where Orthodox Jews speak Yiddish.
has said
Right?
you are
Okay.
mental.
Right, so let's go now.
To the
Let's go
solution.
now to
Solution.
We got Mike's favourite one here today, because I'm going to talk about English liberties. Right, this is how much of a traitor
Can
I am.
ask you
Right?
about the Russian flag? What's that about?
It's about.
Yeah, I asked him about it.
I'll quickly tell you. Right, NATO expansion is evil.
What do you mean NATO expansion? How
Well,
Oh,
you don't know, right?
No,
You
no,
don't know
no,
that
no.
Poland, Bulgaria, Romania, East Germany, Czechoslovakia, Czech and Slovak, they've all been put into NATO.
Sir.
Czech, Slovak.
Sir,
Look, you've asked me a question and I'm answering you.
you're not allowed
They've
to
all. You've asked me a question. What do I mean by NATO expansion?
Okay.
NATO expansion has included all them countries that were part of the Warsaw Pact. And when they get into NATO, guess what they do? The Americans put ballistic missiles on their eastern borders, getting closer and closer to Moscow. And the last straw was Ukraine, which is actually Russian. They all speak Russian, really. It's a fake language. It's only been invented for 100 years. Right, so it would have been 6 minutes away if they'd allowed Ukraine to go in NATO, the missiles that would have been put on their eastern borders. That's answered your question. I don't need to hear.
okay,
You're talking
okay.
rubbish.
All right, okay.
Right, so I've got to say more important now about
Right.
the rights of my country.
They weren't forced to join NATO. No one's forced a country like Poland to join
You're
NATO.
not getting it. Right, I'm going to have to go back to this fool of a man, right? Because in 1991, when the Berlin Wall come down, right,
didn't come
James
down in
Baker was
1991.
Secretary of State for America under George Herbert Walker Bush, right? And
Big up George Bush. Big up.
well, he's a bit of a wrong one, really, but you know what? He done the right thing during his presidency on this one, right? So basically, we had Margaret Thatcher, Prime Minister of England, Francois Mitterrand, President of France, Helmut Kohl, Chancellor of West Germany, right? Now, James Baker, speaking on behalf of all of them, said to Gorbachev, please let the two Germanys unite when the Berlin Wall collapsed. If you let the two Germanys unite, and I'm speaking on behalf of all these other people in NATO, right? These leaders, some of them are great leaders, right, to a certain extent. NATO will not move 1 inch eastwards if you let the two Germanys unite. Gorbachev was umming and ahhing, but eventually he agreed to it. Now this is a well-known fact that NATO would not move 1 inch eastwards. Well, it ain't just moved 1 inch eastwards, is it?
No,
It's
that's never
incorporated every
There's an
country
interview
it
with
can.
Gorbachev where he says that that's never happened and they will never.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
You can-
That is a lie. No, it's all paperwork. The paperwork has been verified. Now, I've had enough of you. You're a
Well,
propagandist.
excuse me.
Right.
Wait, hold on. Before you continue, my audience on Tommy Robinson's YouTube and also on Tommy Robinson's...
We've done on YouTube.
Hold
I've
on,
said my opinion.
Hold on. My audience is intellectual. Where have you got your paperwork? Did you get it from Professor
Right,
Google?
Nick Griffin has
Did
provided
you
the
get it from Professor
paperwork.
Google?
Nick Griffin has provided
Nick Griffin.
has provided the paperwork, right, on Tommy Robinson when he formed the EDL, right, and the paperwork tells us, right, and this is factual. It's not just Nick Griffin.
He lives in Hungary now, though, Nick Griffin.
Well, look, never mind about that. You're another propagandist, right? Well, you're a Tommy Robinson fan?
No.
Right, okay. Well, Nick Griffin is produced, and it's not just Nick Griffin, it's across the board. That when Tommy Robinson formed the EDL, he was financed by the Israeli lobby groups. And he didn't just form... He didn't just form the EDL, hold on. He didn't just form the... Right, he didn't just form the EDL. He formed the Jewish Defence League as well, right? So this is the proof that I've got. Tommy Robinson is a Zionist shield. Tommy Robinson works for Mossad. Tommy Robinson works for Mossad. Why there's a genocide going on? That's what we're...
Provide the evidence to back up your claim that Tommy Robinson works for Mossad. Where is your evidence?
He's out in Israel now doing videos.
Yeah, but lots of people are out in Israel. That doesn't mean
yeah, the Speaker of the House of Commons.
So
right?
Tommy,
they all go out there, they all get paid out there.
Tommy
Listen.
is currently
What is wrong with Tommy?
in their parliament.
Right, I've got something more important now, right?
No,
this is good, you're going to love this
You
one.
are vomiting more
Right,
bile.
I can't, look.
Carry on, please.
Right, here we got
Please,
here,
love
right?
you,
We've got it
please.
here on England's liberties and the law, right?
Freedom
This
of
is
speech,
page,
brilliant.
this is page 9 of what issue? Page 9 of issue 62 of the Light magazine, right? You can have one if you want one, because it talks about Alfred the Great being the founder of the English Constitution, and I agree 100%. Then he goes up to Magna Carta in 1215, then because I want to get to say it, right? Then he goes up to Cromwell, right? Then he goes up to the Bill of Rights, 1689. Then he goes up to, what has it got here? Jenkins.
1689.
Roy Jenkins, right?
USA was created.
Roy Jenkins, right? It's not so much Tony Blair didn't start it off, right? In the 1960s, Roy Jenkins changed the law in this country, right? Whereas we have trial by jury, yeah? And he changed it so that you could be found guilty on a majority verdict. Whereas before, for 1,000 years before, it had to be a unanimous decision. Now, as far as I know, it's still like that in America. Hold on, I've got something. Go on then, go on.
Even though you don't believe in viruses, it sounds like you've had 11 jabs.
Well, you won't, can't you? Is that intellectual, is it? Is that intellectual? Is that the level of the intellectualism on your channel? Right, I now want to talk about double jeopardy.
Yeah, double jeopardy.
Double jeopardy.
Law.
Now, what happened in the Stephen Lawrence case, right? A lot of old Bill had a lot of pressure put on them, and I told these policemen to come over here because I'm going to speak up for the police, right? A lot of police, they've pressure on them by the media, by the politicians. Get a verdict on those racist guys that killed Stephen Lawrence.
Hold on, stop there. How can the police get a verdict?
That's what I would like to know. Go and ask the politicians and the police that
Answer
forced
my
them to...
question. A verdict
I am
is
answering.
handed down
Hold on.
by a jury.
Right. Let's just stop here a minute, right?
Yeah.
Initially, it was all political, right? Shh, be quiet, please. Please. Can you be quiet? Can you be quiet? Oh, God, I'll have to get the police to remove it. Right. Now listen.
Freedom of speech.
Right, yeah, but look, let's listen here, right?
I'm letting
Listen
you
to what I'm saying, right?
Carry on,
Initially,
really
when
lovely.
the murder happened, there was a lot of pressure on the police, via the media, via the politicians. We want these people arrested. They're obviously white people.
Convicted.
Of course.
You can't prove guilt.
Can I finish? Can I finish?
You're right.
Right, we want them arrested and convicted, like that gentleman said, right? But what they really wanted, right? They wanted to throw the newspaper propaganda at him, get the politicians to speak, and hopefully that would sway the jury to find him guilty. Because the police had their arms tied behind their backs. They nicked these geezers, right? They nicked them, and guess what? They went to court and the jury threw the case out. Now, in this country, you cannot have a policeman to keep coming up going, hello, you're under arrest for murder, when you've already been found not guilty. It's been going on for 1,000 years in this country. But because Stephen Lawrence got killed, right, because it was Stephen Lawrence, right, Tony Blair comes in and he says, we've got new evidence. And he's a lawyer. Remember, he's a lawyer, right? And he's an authoritarian that wants to destroy our ancient liberties, founded by Alfred the Great, as I said here, right up to Magna Carta. So he said, we've got new evidence, right? But it doesn't matter. You can't. If you live in a free country, if you live in a free country, what's more important? The arrest of one man and the conviction of the people who killed him, or to have the police state on your shoulder every time you get. How many times I've got to be found not guilty, officer, by a jury, and you keep arresting me? You keep arresting me for the same crime. It's against Magna Carta. It's called double jeopardy. And it still stands in America, who got their constitution from us. Right, so it's no, I ain't finished.
Double jeopardy.
It is more important than a racial murder. Right, so it's more important. Yeah, it doesn't matter if he's black. It don't matter if he's white. It don't matter if he's Muslim and Christian. What matters is double jeopardy stays in place. So we don't. So the police. Now, guess what? They done an investigation and said the police were institutionally racist. When it was the government and the media that forced the police. Right, so this is why I'm here to speak up for the police. So look, these guys were found guilty. No, not yet. These guys were found guilty, right? And that's illegal under double jeopardy. Right, whether they're guilty or not, it doesn't. You can't be tried once you've been found not guilty. And in this country until Tony Blair changed it. After 1,000 years.
Can I come in?
Don't you get it? 1,000 years.
Can I come in now?
No, because he's interrupted me. But I want to finish off. When I finish it, thank you. So what I want to, can you watch my finger, mate? Yeah. So what I'm going to say, look, what's he done? Has it fucked it up? It's all right. It's right. No, but are they hearing me? That's what causes them to hear me. Right, so look, so what happened was, right, they said the police were institutionally racist.
Wrong.
Well, yeah, I know, but you keep interrupting, right? Let me get there, right, because he wants to speak as well, right? Okay. So the truth of it is, right, is that under double jeopardy, which is still in force today, and it's been enforced in this, America got it from the English, for fuck's sake. They got it from the English. Correct. The whole Constitution of America has come from our broken constitution. Our constitution is broken. I can explain the constitution. Thank you very much. It's a broken mess over 1,200 years or whatever, right? It goes back to Alfred the Great. I've just explained it, right? But the Americans put it all in one thing, right? So they've got double jeopardy. They've got free speech. They got the right to bear arms, like we was given in 1688. Right, which they took away from us also. Now Tony Blair has taken away double jeopardy on the sacrifice to appease the Stephen Lawrence family, who they've made his mother put her in the House of Lords, and she makes millions out of it. Look, I feel sorry for her, right? But she doesn't have the right to destroy double jeopardy. I know that I would never blame her to say, I don't care about double jeopardy, I just want the people. But we, as the people in this country, have to Tony Blair, or the politicians involved, the media involved, they should be put in prison for forcing the hand of the police.
Can I come in there?
Yeah, I'm done now.
You want to give them right to arm? You want to give him right to arm? I will not survive.
Can I come in there?
Quiet.
Torah is lie, Bible is lie,
One thing
Bible is lie.
Let's focus. Stay focused. Yeah, because I want.
Never existed.
Stay focused.
Individual has the right to give your point of view, regardless if I agree with it or not.
Right.
And it's
So what do you think? What do you think?
I am going to disagree with logic with what you've just said.
What you want to get rid of double jeopardy?
I'm going to disagree with what you've said with logic and the law. Yeah. For example, let's agree the double jeopardy rule as a common law,
it's more than a rule.
We have two laws in our country, one to the monarch and the other to the people.
Let me finish. The double jeopardy rule, that's what it was called. When it was developed, it was developed due to case law. And basically you can't...
He's spouting Tony Blair's rubbish.
Listen to me. I did not interrupt you.
Go on, spout it.
It was developed and it was ingrained in law. And the only way it could have been changed was if there was some significant change. And I'm going to use an example. If someone in your family was murdered, someone went to court and they were found not guilty.
He's asking me a question, right?
I'm asking you a question. And they were found not guilty. Yeah? The law says you're not guilty.
What did I say?
Hold on, let me finish, Rasta. However, if due to scientific developments,
that's that new evidence.
if due to scientific development,
It wasn't in the course
there's
originally.
new evidence that was not available initially, like since it's happened.
Like DNA evidence. Yeah, DNA.
Yeah.
I beat you to it. I knew what you was going to say.
No, but hold on, I'm contradicting you.
No, you're not.
So therefore, the only way the double jeopardy rule,
No.
listen to what I'm saying. The only way a case can come back to court is if there's significant new evidence. For example, DNA. I'll give you another prime example. Yeah,
You accept that,
not just with Stephen Lawrence, with Sasser Johnson.
Yeah.
Sasser Johnson
Got shot in the head by MI5.
Let me see. You spout so much crap.
Well, it wasn't some
You
rascal
make-
drug deal, was it?
Sasser Johnson
Ganja.
was shot in the head at 35. I'm being very specific. At 35 Concert Road in Peckham on the 23rd of May.
By MI5.
Yeah, she was shot, and they know who shot her in the head. Yeah, and it was not. Yeah, someone who you think we know who shot her in the head.
Right.
The only way that case can be reopened is under two specific reasons. Number one, if eyewitnesses come forward, or if there's significant new evidence like DNA. Yeah. So they're waiting, and as you know, the case went to court because I attended the court when the case collapsed. So I know the reasons.
Tried to do a load of Rasta guys up, didn't they? They tried to fit a load of drug deal.
No, I'm not going there because I'm just contradicting you. Yeah. So let's say the people who went to court, they've been found. Technically, the case has been thrown out.
Right. I know that.
They cannot be retried unless it is the same with Stephen Lawrence. Yeah.
Right.
Because don't forget, initially.
I don't forget anything.
Initially, did the people who were suspected of his crime, did they go in court? And initially, were they not?
Were they not what?
Yeah, were they not charged with an offence? And are they not all of them?
They were
not
charged
in
for
prison?
murder and they was found not guilty.
But what happened thereafter?
He was found not guilty. End of story. Well, look, listen, he's spouting the language of Tony
Is
Blair. Hold on, I'm
someone
talking
in-
now.
No, I'm finished.
Oh, right.
Is someone currently in court and they were on a remand, hearing the other day for the murder of Stephen Lawrence, and the only way it looks like they will be released is if they disclose
The parole. I've not seen the parole case. I've seen
You're
that.
arguing crap.
Right.
Continue
Yeah, right.
because you are making yourself look
Right.
silly,
Go on.
and I'm allowing you.
And you're
to.
not right now.
Hold it.
look,
His
no,
point.
no,
His point
no,
about
his
double
point-
jeopardy.
I know what his point is. Can I answer it?
All right, go on.
His point is exactly what Tony Blair said. Right, if you find new evidence, we can take your freedoms away. We can enslave you. And we can come along and go, hello, hello, hello. That's what the police say when they arrest you.
So
They put
do
their
you
hand
not
on your shoulder.
believe in
Right, and
justice?
can I finish? And they will come up to you and do I believe in justice? What I believe in is freedom. Freedom with double jeopardy, where the police cannot keep coming up and putting their hand on your shoulder, and you say, "Well, hold on, I've been tried in front of a jury. Beyond reasonable doubt, I was found not guilty. So because there's a reasonable doubt there, you can never, ever, ever be charged for that again. It's been proven that there's reasonable doubt.
But that has been
no, you're
changed.
interrupting. That has been changed because Tony Blair is a monster. A tyrant who pushes
Under the
tyranny. He
leadership
even
of
supports Tony
Sakir.
Blair.
Yes, I did.
I mean,
under the leadership of
you're
Sakir.
interrupting me. I haven't finished.
Just to let you know.
I haven't finished because you asked me if a member of my family.
I dealt with
He
Sakir
doesn't want it. He can't handle it.
for exactly the same reasons back in 1998.
I thought I was talking.
No, I'm just giving you some facts. In 1998, when someone contacted me after a member of their family was murdered, and the person was found not guilty, and new evidence emerged.
Right. You're just repeating the same old rubbish. There's always new evidence, right? DNA evidence, whatever, right? What's more important than new evidence is that we keep our freedoms. Now I said, I agree. No, hold on, I ain't finished.
There's no evidence on Lucy Letby.
I just said it.
You're going to keep her in prison?
Listen, I would sacrifice anyone, right? I would sacrifice anyone. But because what's more important is that we keep our freedoms. Because if the old bill are going to go around nicking people and they ain't got enough evidence, then more fool them. But in the case of like Stephen Lawrence, it wasn't the police's fault. Can you shut up and listen? It wasn't the police's fault. No, be quiet. Right? They was put pressure on by the police, by the media, because what do they want? We want a result. We want it sorted out. We don't want the black people rioting in the streets. We don't want disorder. We want it sorted out. Well, why else? Black people? Well, because they're outraged. They're outraged. This man has been killed and he's been stabbed to death. Probably by white people. Probably
in this country, we don't want an injustice. So if it should happen, regardless of your colour.
Well, no black people have put pressure on the police. It's the media and the politicians. Now they have done it on purpose, right? The police now, with one arm tied behind their back, has put their hands on these guys' shoulders, took them to court, and they was found not guilty in front of a jury, which means there is beyond reasonable doubt. Right now, they can ever.
There was.
It doesn't matter.
But it's
because
changed.
you don't want freedom for the British people.
Changed.
This man doesn't want freedom. I'm talking, and when I finish, you can continue.
This is what the rule is, isn't it? Is that before these guys
Tony Blair is going to Gaza to bring.
We know that.
To bring 6 million people of Gaza to London.
Because he's a psychopath. And he's confirmed that Tony Blair is a psychopath, right? Tony Blair uses your stupid arguments of DNA, of new evidence, right? Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Our freedoms are more important.
To you, it matters in law.
Put your hands up if you believe your freedoms are more important than the conviction of one man. Span your camera around.
No.
There is some of us that have got some common sense here, right?
Listen, I'm being honest.
So anyway, I've made that argument.
Let me finish, then we can move on. Yeah.
Oh, you asked if my family.
I note the comments you make. Just because at Speaker's Corner someone put their hands up to agree with what you're saying.
Well, it's not just me, is it?
No, listen to what I'm saying, bro. It does not mean they're correct.
Am I your bro? I don't think so, mate. You support Tommy Robinson.
We are brothers in love here at Speaker's Corner. I love you, and I permit you
then say the truth about this piece of shit. Say the truth about this piece of shit. He's a cocaine addict, right? He pretends he's in prison, right?
Man.
Why there's a genocide going on? Why there's a genocide going on? A patriot. He's actually trying to create a civil war.
I want to hear your solution. I want to hear your solution now. Let's talk solution. Let's talk solution.
Because Tommy Robinson is uniting the kingdom, you dislike what he's saying. You dislike the fact that he's bringing people together.
What? No, he's dividing people. Oh my God! If you're an African, if you're a Hindu, it's okay, right, to have millions of people come into this country, but only Muslims. Now, Muslims are a people of religion. Right, Tommy Robinson supports people that are not of a religion. They're Zionists. They are secular. They are satanic. They are committing genocide. Right? Just because it ain't on GB News, controlled by Zionists. Just because it ain't on Fox News, controlled by Zionists. Just because it's not on mainstream media, controlled by Zionists. What did Netanyahu say when they took control of American TikTok the other day? We can now control the propaganda. He actually said it. Open your eyes and listen. That's why they took control of TikTok in America.
Okay, solution now, solution.
There is no solution to narcissism. Maybe we can only bring out the guillotines like the French did. And that's absolutely heartbreaking for me.
Well, guillotines cut off the heads of the Zionists.
I see three.
Of the people that are in charge. Our royal family are Zionists. They're all circumcised.
So for everyone who's watching, my name is Wendell Daniel from Urban Scoop, and we are live and direct down at Speaker's Corner. And one thing that is an important concept, principle that we support at Speaker's Corner is the freedom of speech. We're currently on Tommy Robinson's Twitter page. And I'm allowing this young gentleman in
He's
front of
allowing me.
I'm allowing
In Sparta Speaker's Corner, you come up to me and beg me to interview me. Look at him, he begged. He begged me.
Just do it. Be allowed.
Let me finish it. I'm allowing
He's allowing me. He's allowing me.
Listen to
Pathetic, isn't he? Go on then.
I'm allowing you to be on Tommy Robinson's channel, even though you disagree with Tommy, because I believe it's important principle in freedom of speech for you to be able to disagree. It's healthy for democracy. So I'm welcoming.
I don't believe in democracy.
I don't give a shit.
It's healthy.
I don't give a shit what you say.
The founding fathers didn't believe in democracy either. America is not a democratic country. It is a republic, a constitutional republic. Democracy divides the people and it brings.
America is a mafia.
So
Not the original.
So you're for an English
It's been
republic?
taken over by Zionists.
Are you
I'll give
for an
that.
English republic then?
No, I'm for the Constitution.
I want to know
the
what
Constitution.
your views are on Randy Andy giving up all of his titles.
Right, well, we're going to go back to them lot, right? We go back to all of them now. Now, if you Google up all your people that are watching, and anyone here, Google up Kate Middleton. Kate Middleton's mother's maiden name is Goldsmith. Right? Now, through the ideology of the Zionists and the Ashkenazis, everything's done through the female side of the line. Whereas we in Christians, we carry the Christian name. Hold on. Now Google up, but it's a bit harder to find Diana's mother's maiden name. They want to tell you it's Sam Kidd, right? But she was a divorcee. If you Google hard enough, you'll find out that Diana's mother's maiden name was Roth, short for Rothschild. Rothschilds only married Goldsmith, right? Now, once you accept that scenario, right, that our royal family are made up of Ashkenazi, modern-day name Zionists, right? You then realise that all the men in the family have been circumcised. And I'm talking about Charles, Harry and William. Our royal family has been hijacked. Under the Bill of Rights 1688-89, you can only be a Protestant if you're the King of England. But they're all Zionists, right? They've all been circumcised. Once you accept that all the females are Goldsmith and Rothschild.
Let's move on from whether they're circumcised or not.
So ask me about the Duke of York. Sorry, I never answered.
Sorry, that's not his name, the Duke of York. He can't use it
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
And
The
he's
Duke
got
of Paedophilia. The Duke of Paedophilia. Working, right? And who give him? Is it Virginia Guthrie?
Carry on,
Who?
Perez.
Is it, what? No. It was directly he did, but indirectly, where did she come from? She come from Mar-a-Lago. She was a locker room attendant in Mar-a-Lago. Who owns Mar-a-Lago? Donald J. Trump. He was never trapped. He will not release the Epstein files, right? He was never trapped in a honeypot trap by Epstein. He was working in collusion with Jeffrey Epstein. He's up to it above his eyes, right? Donald Trump, right, is actually given, is it her name Virginia Guthrie? Give her to Jeffrey Epstein, who give her to the Duke of York, right? Give her to the Duke of York as he was at that time, right? And she was then taken to England. Now, if she was underage, under 18, that's paedophilia. If you transport them from one state to another, or definitely from one country to another. So she was trafficked, yeah. So now what happens is he had to pay 12 million quid, and the Queen had to raise the money for it, right? So the Queen covered his arse. But we all know, right, because I've just said that Charles and the Duke of York, the whole lot of them are probably circumcised, right? We all know that Keir Starmer, when he was the head of the CPS, refused to prosecute Jimmy Savile, right? And we all know that Edward Heath, right, in his little ship, in his little boat, what was it called, Morning Cloud, right, was out there with Jimmy Savile taking kids out on them boats. They were both paedophiles, right? And Jimmy Savile told the Queen to knight, Edward Heath, who was Prime Minister, told the Queen to knight Jimmy Savile and make him Sir Jimmy Savile. And then and he was always in with the royal family. Those of us old enough to remember, he was always around the royal family. Now, I'm going to tell you something else, right? When Charles split up with Diana, and the old Yorkie bar split up with the old Fergie, slut she was, right? He actually asked Jimmy Savile, can you do a bit of, what's the word? Talk, when you go and see someone to talk to them to try and mend a marriage. He asked Jimmy Savile
counselling
as a counsellor to talk to Fergie and Diana about the break. What on earth would ask Jimmy Savile, right, who's a well-known paedophile and God knows what else he is, right?
But at that time, was the evidence available to show that he was a well-known paedophile?
Well, the fact is, right, it was all
Yes
covered up.
or no?
No, there wasn't. Not for us. We didn't have a clue. When he was at top of the pops, touching all the little girls up under 16, on top of the pops. No, I mean, it was just basically, you know, I don't know what to say about it.
So talk about the constitution. You said the solution is the constitution. So you need,
I've already told
a new
you,
king.
I don't know. I haven't got the answers, because what's happened in this country, in the Western world, including America, because the British Empire got transferred over to the American Empire in 1945, right? They took it over. Bretton Woods and all that, they created everything for the modern world that we live in today. And it's all falling apart, because what we've seen with the Russia-Ukraine conflict, and I'm flying the Russian flag, right? I've got the Russian flag, right? Is that NATO is an emperor with no clothes on. Everything that we've given the Ukraine has been destroyed. In Europe now, today, 95% of our air defence systems have been destroyed by the Russians. How? Because we all give them to the Ukraine and the Russians have destroyed them, right? Everything that we've given. F-16 jets were a load of rubbish. They were 40 years old. The first one that went out to fly broke up. They're all made of aluminium and they get minuscule cracks in them for when they do G-force turns.
Yeah.
And you know, even when you've got a brand new jet, right, you have to put it through an X-ray machine to look for microscopic cracks. These are 40 years of age. This guy who was he was on the poster on
40 as well.
Right, yeah, well, if they're 40 years old, mate, they're not worth $2.
So you need a new king.
We need a look. I believe in the Constitution, right, and I believe in the monarchy, but not this monarchy.
Right. Okay.
We need to get rid of these paedophiles.
A new king. He's saying he needs a new king.
We need a new royal family.
A new royal family. Okay.
I don't believe it.
A good king.
I've seen him. I don't know. I'm not sure. You know. What do I know?
William would make a good
You don't
king.
like the monarchy, it's a crime.
The monarchy are traitors. They've committed high treason, and it was Tony Blair that removed. It was Tony Blair that removed from high treason. High treason is that you get hung, drawn, and quartered, right, in public, so everyone can see. Because when you commit high treason in your country, you could be leaving your country open to all sorts of things. Be quiet.
Do you believe
You where all the women, all the girls can get raped. All the women can get raped by foreign invaders or whatever, right? High treason is a terrible crime. It destroys your country. So that's why it must be seen that the people who commit high treason, right, get hung, drawn, and quartered on Tyburn Stone there in Marble Arch in public for the world to see, to put the fear of God up anyone else who tries to fear.
Do we agree?
So maybe that's the answer.
Okay,
we must bring back hung, drawn, and quartered for treason and high treason.
Yeah, but how do you bring about a new king? How do you get a new
Well,
royal family?
I don't know. You have to speak to the people who've got in charge. We have to find, first of all, we have to find some. Be quiet. We have to find someone who's related to
the monarch in this country.
Can you be quiet?
We serve the monarch.
He hasn't done nothing. He's a member of the WEF. He hasn't gone to visit one Commonwealth country. They've all rejected him. When Justin Welby, aka Justin Wheeler, is his real Ashkenazi name. Just check it up, just Google it, right? Turn round in February before he anointed Charles,
You are
right?
in love with Professor Google.
But before, well, I don't really like Google, but it will tell you that Justin Welby's dad
all your
changed
from-
his name from the Ashkenazi Wheeler,
Professor
W-E-I-L-L-E-R, to
Wow.
Welby, amplified his
Whoa,
name.
whoa.
So what Justin Welby said,
That is not flipping founding source.
Yeah.
Why are you insulting him?
yeah, that's right,
So, how do you know?
Because this is-
because he don't like it.
He ain't been to school, has he?
Yeah, he not only ain't been to school, he's a traitor.
I was not educated.
He's
and
a
I'm
traitor.
traitor.
Oh, really?
But anyway, let me tell you what Justin Welby
That's what
done.
you can say,
In
mate.
February, right, before he anointed Prince Charles, because he's not our king, because he turned round in February and said, I will bless same-sex marriages. Now, go to chapter 18 of Leviticus, right? And it says it's an abomination, right? That means the Christians in the Anglican Church in Africa said they're not having nothing to do with it, right? He's not
Right.
our Archbishop no more.
Right.
The Christians in South America, which probably includes where your forefathers come from in the Caribbean, right? They said we're having nothing to do with him.
Caribbean, and I come from Barbados.
Right, so all the Christians there, the Anglicans, said they're having nothing to do with this Archbishop. The Christians in the Pacific said they, in Asia and the Pacific, said they want nothing to do with it.
We've got a lovely female archbishop now.
Oh, female, that's against Leviticus probably as well. It has to be a man.
So how you get these new
Men
royal
and
family?
women are not equal. We are different.
Okay.
Right, no, I ain't finished. So when Justin Wheeler, right, aka Welby, right, anoints the so-called Charles, right, because he's not a king, right, and half of the Commonwealth.
Anoint or anointed? Is he going to do it?
What
again?
does it matter, right? He puts the holy water on him, right? And that's when he put a big screen round him as well, where no one can see,
And why
because he's
did he
holding
do
a
that?
Star of David or something like that.
Because it's between Charles and God.
Yeah,
And it was a
it's probably got a Star of David there somewhere. Now listen, what I'm saying now, right, is that right, when you're king, right, you're not just king of England, you're not just king of Great Britain and the Northern Ireland, you're king of the Commonwealth. And when vast swathes of the Commonwealth, when vast swathes of the Commonwealth
Barbados,
reject
Jamaica,
the guy who's
and
anointing
on
them,
and on.
it means the whole ceremony was a farce. That's why he's not king. Most of the Commonwealth, vast swathes of the Commonwealth in Africa, they said we're not having it. In South America and the West Indies, they said they're not having it. In Africa, in Asia and the Pacific, they said they're not having it. How can he be our king? When you're not just king of England, you're not just king of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, you're king also of the Commonwealth. And vast swathes of the Commonwealth have rejected it. He is not our king. And he's also, under the Constitution, right, he serves the people. He serves the people. He has no power. The people, that's why the people have the right to bear arms. Now listen, hold on, I ain't finished. Listen, right, thank you. Because
You should not be disrespectful to your king.
Charles, right,
He
is
is
not only a member of the World Economic Forum, he runs it. Klaus Schwab was just a spokesperson.
What?
Both Klaus Schwab and Charles founded it. He was the guy pushed up front just to be the spokesperson. Charles is in charge of it. He's meant to be the head, the king of the world when they get the one world government. Right, so what is the World Economic Forum? We will not allow you to eat meat anymore. You will eat the bugs. Right, basically they are disgusting. This man is not fit to be king of England, king of the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland. Not fit to be king of the Commonwealth.
Charles is not fit to be king.
And he's a paedophile linked up with Jimmy Savile.
Why are you in this great country?
Because I am English. Have you noticed? I've got a George Cross. This is my country. So what I'm here because Thomas Jefferson said.
Why don't you go?
I'll tell you what Thomas Jefferson said.
Because you're not wanted here.
Thomas Jefferson said, right, the tree of liberty needs to be watered with the blood of patriots and tyrants. It is its natural compost. That's why I'm here. Because we will rise up.
But isn't it great that you can come to Speaker's Corner to spout, to discuss, to argue?
So you think I'm spouting?
Done, Rasta. To
Blood
speak,
clots.
to speak what you need to speak. But has it not been healthy today?
Yeah, fantastic.
For you to.
And on that,
be
I'll
able
shake
to-
your hand.
Listen, man.
No, the right hand.
Don't do a Boris bump. Shake me hand, man. Shake me hand.
People need to see it. Look, hold on. Hold on. For those of you who are watching, my name is Wendel Daniel from Urban Scoop, and
I'm Jamie from Patriotic Twins UK.
And how can people
On Rumble.
How can people find your channel?
Patriotic Twins UK on Rumble, and if you've got a VPN in Britain, you can get it on BitChute. But you know, because they hate free speech in this country, they won't let us watch BitChute. I don't do YouTube, right? And it looks like if I was in America, I wouldn't be doing Jew TikTok either.
Can I ask you a question about freedom of speech?
Yeah.
What we've just done here, a lot of people may find it quite strange, but as you know, I have nothing against you. I think you and I have a good professional relationship here at Speaker's Corner. I permit you on Tommy's channel. You can do.
He permits me.
Now listen to the conclusion. At Speaker's Corner, you can do whatever you want to do on the channel. Yeah, a lot of people would, apply the editing and not let it go out.
I think Louis Errington done that for me.
No, but I allow you to do it.
Do you agree with this? Britishness is whiteness.
Well, it always was in the past.
Oh, in the past. When did it change?
48 onwards.
Hear that?
1948. Well, I'm ex-BNP, I'm going to agree with it.
But it has been a healthy debate. It's important that it takes place. It's up to people to decide whether they agree or disagree with you. But regardless, people watching, there's tens of thousands watching, they're getting a different perspective.
Yes, well, and it's good
that is so important.
And it's important on YouTube as well. Because YouTube is controlled. I'll say to everyone, George Orwell warned us about platforms like YouTube, and he said in 1984, I mean, it's unbelievable what we're seeing in this country. Move away from YouTube. You move away from YouTube,
but
please.
You are on YouTube now.
Yeah, but no, I'm on Rumble. I'm on whatever. Yeah. I mean, he's YouTube, I suppose.
I'm on YouTube. I'm on Twitter.
Facebook.
You'll be on Twitter.
Elon Musk is a shield, right?
But listen, can you see that little device over there? Yeah. Can you see that little device there? That white thing.
Yeah. What is that?
Do you know what it's called? It's called Starlink. Starlink is owned by
Elon Musk.
And we are live streaming today thanks to Elon Musk. So all I can say, Elon, big up Elon.
No, he's a shield. He's a shield. Yeah. Big up all the Zionists. This is all he does. How much they pay him?
I would answer that question in regards to how much I'm being paid. I do this
Eddie?
love.
Who's is that?
You missed the debate on Stephen Lawrence.
Is that yours? Then?
Do you want to know how much I'll get? Do you want to know how much I'll get rolled in this Russian flag? Sweet FA.
Just like me.
That's
and we do it. And we do it for love. And that is why it's so important. But all I can say is thank you very much.
Thank you.
And where's those two lovely boys of yours today?
Oh, they're 14, nearly 15. They don't want to know anymore. And my girls, because I've got two sets of twins. My girls are 16, yeah. I'm a single parent, 12 years on the Todd. Right? And my girls, they don't want to know. They're 16 now, you know. They think I'm mad, just like you.
No.
But then I showed them, I was telling them about Operation Pegasus, that they're going to come in the schools, they're going to lock you down. And then when I showed them the newspaper the other day, right, they didn't say nothing because it's there on the front page. Have you got it?
Would you do me a favour? Can I invite people on the YouTube chat to ask you questions?
Yeah.
So
let's see how intellectual they are. Let's see how intellectual they are.
So for the people on the YouTube chat,
why you're holding a Russian flag?
Yeah, because I've already answered that question earlier, but I'll gladly answer again. NATO expansion is evil.
What's your name? Jason, yeah?
Jamie.
So Jamie, if you ask Jamie this question,
is evil. Yeah.
I will.
I mean, I could go into more detail. Yeah. Whereabouts are you from in Ukraine? Are you really? How do you feel about it all?
Sir, I'm engaging with you.
That none of us see or hear about. Do you know what I mean? I think it's
Good lad. I feel so sorry the Ukrainians are being wiped out. I believe that Ukraine is a second home for Israel, for the Zionists when they get destroyed. In the biggest Jewish centre in the world is on the Dnieper in Ukraine. And if you ever listen to Colonel Douglas McGregor, he's an American. He was actually in Trump's team on the first narrative, right?
So if you look into the camera.
Yeah, I will in a sec. Hold on. This is an important question, right? Colonel Douglas McGregor was on Trump's team advising the military, but Trump wouldn't touch him this time because he's been calling out the genocide in Gaza. So, but what Douglas McGregor said, that he's come across evidence that there's towns now in Ukraine that have been desolate, and they're saying Christians are not allowed to enter, only Jews live here, and that it looks like they're coming from Israel.
So TNY. Sorry, if you look at the camera, TNY, I'm just picking them randomly. TNY 075 has said, how much do you get paid by Qatar? What is the hourly rate?
Qatar, right, is a place that the Israelis bombed, but they're so hopeless they couldn't even kill anyone apart from the local Qatarians. They didn't kill Hamas, right? But the point is, I don't get paid for anyone, mate. I'll go out doing scrap metal and rubbish clearance, all right? That's how I get my money.
I believe
I'm not a shield.
Ask him about Christians in Nigeria.
Well, you know what? I don't really know much about the Christians in Nigeria, but I know they seem to be programmed to hate the Muslims. And I think what's happening is they get these Muslim groups to attack the Christians in Nigeria, so that it's an old classic divide and rule. Get them to fight each other. If you go into Palestine, in Gaza, where the Zionists, be quiet, where the Zionists are bombing Gaza, the Palestinians that live in Gaza, some of them are Christians. and the Zionists blow up churches as well as mosques.
Static has
What do you mean? You're telling me a church hasn't been blown up in Gaza?
In Congo, the Muslims,
I just said that through a classic. I said in Nigeria. I said in Nigeria.
Not just in Nigeria, it's also in Congo.
Because alright, shush, be quiet. The CIA. Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you. I'm not an expert on it. Right, do you want to hear my explanation?
Do you want to answer?
No, I want to answer this man's question.
We are live here.
That is a
Alright,
skill here.
this is an important question.
No. You said that just now. Let's finish the questions with the people on
CIA and MI5, right, finance Wahhabism, right, which are the head choppers, right? It's been created by MI6, CIA and Mossad to go out and deliberately do this to Christians, right, so that Muslims and Christians... What, you're telling me that MI6...
You don't know
CIA, yes, I do.
religion,
They do it all over the world.
The infidel. You don't know that.
And you don't know about the divide and rule tactic.
No. If you are infidel,
Do you want to
got
be
to be killed by Muslims.
I'll give you the answer. Look, if you don't accept it, don't accept it.
So the next question, I believe...
It's true, isn't it? Thank you
I
very much.
believe has said... Sorry, Static has said, do you believe in biblical revelation?
What, the Christian Zionists have to be in the Holy Land when in the modern terms, a nuclear war comes, and they'll all be taken up to the clouds and saved. And then brought, no, I don't. It's all bollocks.
You don't know.
That's the Schofield Bible. That's the Schofield Bible where Zionists, where Jacob Schiff paid Schofield to change certain verses in the Bible.
But you got to learn.
And the biggest church in America now is a Christian evangelical church, right? And that's a pagan church. They need to get away. And thousands are leaving the evangelical church in America, like Charlie Kirk, who woke up to it all, right? And he saw the genocide in Gaza, and he was speaking out, and the Zionists killed him like they killed John F. Kennedy. Listen, mate, I'll give you an answer. If you don't believe that Mossad and the MI6 and the CIA finance Wahhabism, you need to do your research. All right, don't be pointing at me.
Easily distracted.
The Zionists. I just told you, MI6, CIA and Mossad.
You in the chat, thank you very much.
Well, they don't care if they kill Jewish people, but you'll find out that ISIS never attack Israel.
Who said you that?
ISIS never. Does anyone know? Has there got any situation where ISIS has attacked Israel? It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Because they've been financed by Mossad.
Man, you don't know
Jamie,
about
They've been created by Mossad. What are they called? Israel's Secret International Intelligence Service.
You just Israel secret.
All I can say, thank you
know.
very much. You're easily distracted.
This guy's coming up with a powerful argument. I can't ignore
Learn
it.
to ignore.
Right, do you want to give me
do.
I'll answer some more questions.
I do. I can easily ignore people.
Got any more questions? I'm sorry. All right, I'm answering these. I've answered your question. I'm done with you.
No, you didn't.
I'm done with
A
you.
lot of lack of knowledge. I'm here for you.
You don't have knowledge. You have the Holy Spirit.
All right, be quiet. Leave him. Leave him. He's right. But I'm done now. All right.
Too much to have.
I'm listening. You got to speak about Britain.
I'm done with you. Go on, answer the question. Ask the question.
I'm looking for questions.
Is it hard to find an intellectual question?
Meanwhile, talk about...
Can you articulate your
Big
opinion?
fatwa.
Just articulate
What do you believe?
I believe in the Constitution, which is
Constitution.
Shush.
And a new
Let me
king.
tell you what the Constitution is, right? The Constitution was founded by Alfred the Great in his Doom Book. And what he done, all the laws of England, common law, are based on Christianity, right? It's based on the Ten Commandments. It's based on the Sermon on the Hill, and it's based on the Sermon on the Hill, and it's based on the Ten Commandments and the Last Supper. Right now, what did Jesus say in the Last Supper? He said, "They're going to come and take me tomorrow," the Romans, right? And the disciples stood up and said, "No, Master, we're going to stop them." He went, No, you don't stop them. But if you don't own a sword, because they're going to come after you, basically, sell your cloak and buy a sword. And that's why Alfred the Great interpreted it, and he allowed his people, his common men around him, to carry the ultimate weapon, the penultimate weapon in that time was a sword, around our king. Hold on. And then Jesus at the Last Supper washed the feet of the disciples. And one of them said, no, you do not wash our feet, we wash your feet. And Jesus said, if you don't let me wash your feet, you know not why I am here. And what that was interpreted in the 1688 Bill of Rights is that they are not the masters. Jesus was here to serve the people, right? And that's why in the Bill of Rights 1688, our politicians and our monarchy have no power. Power resides with the people. And it should be residing, we shouldn't have a magistrates court. So that when they bring out legislation that says you cannot walk in a park during COVID, right? People could be arrested for it and they should go to a magistrates court with a jury. And if that jury says no, he's innocent, then that's the true form of democracy, right? It goes back to Parliament because random 12 people have spoken that they don't like that law and they have to get rid of it. And they didn't. But that's basically what I believe in. Does that explain it? Through the Christian constitution of this country. Hello, does that explain it?
Sell your clothes and buy a sword.
Yes.
I'm suggesting that's literal.
You have the right to self-defence, that's what I'm suggesting. No man should go out and kill. But I believe that the Ten Commandments, someone was telling me, that it didn't say thou shalt not kill. What it really said, they translated it wrong. Thou shalt not murder.
Correct.
Right? And so we all have the right to self-defense. Well, murder is when you deliberately go out and murder someone, like what happened to the Stephen Lawrence.
Can I help you? Murder is what you do when you're angry.
Yes.
Right? Kill, you don't have to be angry to kill.
You can be angry in self-defense.
You do not have to be angry to kill.
But you have to do it.
To murder.
Yeah, I agree.
So how to bring about a new king for this constitution?
We have to get the people who've got the genealogicals of all the people.
So through DNA it can be done then?
No, the family trees.
Oh, right. Okay. Family trees.
I'm not telling you what the law says.
Only telling you what I know.
We eat fish on Saturday. Well, it says that.
Right, you got any more questions? Did you like the answer?
I don't agree with the answer.
What, you don't agree that Jesus washed the feet of the disciples? And it was interpreted in the 1688 Bill of Rights in England that the people, that our leaders serve the people. They don't rule over the people. That's what I'm actually trying to say.
Christianity.
So through the Constitution, the English Constitution was the first Constitution in this earth. Right? And it was a mess because it goes from Alfred the Great to Magna Carta when the Normans come here and they didn't even speak English. Then it goes up to the Bill of Rights. Then it goes up to the Bill of Rights, and then we get people like Roy Jenkins who takes our unanimous decisions away in juries. So it's a mess. The English, but the Americans who just wanted the rights of Englishmen but were treated like colonials, they put everything that the English Constitution. They wanted the rights of Englishmen, and they put it all in one document called the American Bill of Rights. America and England are two countries, one constitution.
Before we close, I'm going to let you know how many people on Twitter love you. Currently, we have 18,000 people watching you on Twitter. On YouTube,
18,000.
I'm not here to be loved.
On Twitter, you never know when I'm taking a piss, do you? On YouTube, you've got 739 people. So at the moment, we've got 19,000 people watching you. All I can say is thank you very much for engaging with Wendell Daniel from Urban Scoop. We are on Tommy Robinson's Twitter page. I know you love that. And also Tommy Robinson's YouTube channel. Even though you disagree with Tommy and what he stands for, you have had the opportunity to tell Tommy and his supporters why you disagree with him. You've also said you believe that Tommy is a Mossad agent. Yeah, this is
and MI5.
And MI5. You said I'm MI5 as well.
Yeah, I do.
Conspiracy theory.
But I did say when we began. Hold on, don't follow him. I did say when we began that I love what I do at Speaker's Corner. I let people chat without interruption, and I personally believe it's healthy in democracy because some people, the more they talk, the more vomit they puke, and the more unintelligent they appear to be.
He can't help himself, he just can't help himself. I believe, right, that it helps the Constitution, not democracy. Democracy represents tyranny over the minority, right? Democracy is not what we want. The founding fathers in America called America a republic, not a democracy. And they knew that the people in the city without... Shush! Hey, the founding fathers knew that the people in the big cities on the east coast would outvote the people in the middle of the country. So what they did, they done the college vote, where every state gets a certain amount of points. So it makes it worth your while voting if you live in small rural areas. Democracy doesn't work. It becomes a permanent tyranny over the minority. We don't want that.
Thank you very much, sir.